shorter burnout than B-Rad over there in the far lane. Let's see who's going to get to the finish line first. Stand up and give him a hand. Let's get excited.
You know, B-Rad went through an entire rebuild of that car here, what, last year?
Yeah, and it's just him and his son to do all the work on that machine.
Yeah, it's a pretty thing.
See that car in small tire trim and no prep trim now. His son is just excited to be. He said it was his first real big pro mod race, so he is just having the time of his life. The car ran pretty good yesterday.
In the 40s, right? Baddest man on four wheels down there for a long, long time. The Madman.
And make sure you head over his pits and get you a brand new Frankie Taylor t-shirt.
We are ready to go racing here with the IHRA. Welcome to the Outlaw Nitro Series. We're here at Darana Dragway in Milan, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. I'm Ken Stout. That is Tommy Johnson Jr. sitting right alongside. And, of course, this man has been down the track many, many times, be it Top Fuel or Fuel Funny Car. You know how to get it done. In fact, you've been down this track a number of times going back to your alcohol days.
Way back into 1986. Ran alcohol funny car here, and that's a long, long time ago. And the track looks way better now than it did then.
So, of course, we got qualifying in just one day ago. We started round number 1 of eliminations a little bit earlier today, but unfortunately, Mother Nature decided we would stop and go on hold for a little bit. We got quite a hammering there with water, but once again, the track looks great. This crew is just relentless.
Yeah, I mean, we dodged bullets all day yesterday with the weather, and then today it opened up on us right in the middle of round 1 and pro modified. We were seeing some great drag racing, and then the skies fell in on us, but as always, we've got a helicopter to help dry this track, and they're ready to go again.
Yeah, they've got the track all ready to go here. 3-pair and pro mod, including the number 1 qualifier, unfortunately out. But with more on that, we're going to get it around to our 2 great pit reporters. The ladies have been doing a wonderful job here all weekend long. So let's go down to the staging lanes with the first of the 2 and Kristen Beat.
So, guys, imagine this. You're in the pro mod class. You pull up to the start line, all the anticipation, all of the adrenaline.
All right, so it looks like technical difficulties there. So, unfortunately, Kristen Beat not able to get that done, so we will go to the top end to our other Kristen, who we love just as much, and it is Kristen Banks.
Round 1 has not disappointed so far, and as you guys were saying, right before the rain delay, we got 3 runs of the Pro Mod class in, and wow, it did not disappoint because that fastest qualifier of Robin Roberts got beat by a whole shot from the 24th qualifier of Randy Adler. Not a lot of racing, but so much excitement already. I guess that means that the bar's set really high for tonight. So as a broadcast team and the drivers, we got a big high bar to beat, and we're going to bring the energy.
Love all of it, of course, and yeah, that was an exciting race, no doubt about it. I mean, Disco Dean came out here. He put a 008 on the board in reaction time, and he threw one down. But yeah, that race was incredible. Robin Roberts goes out there, and the chutes came out around 60 foot, 100 foot. He stayed in the throttle, front end up in the air, and man, it was a side-by-side battle.
Yeah, I said Adler's going to need a little help. He struggled in qualifying. He got a little help. Robin Roberts was a little late on the start line, but then he leaves and the chute comes out. It's got the front end up in the air. The parachutes are out. It was a great photo. Not good for him out of here first round number 1 qualifier.
I think it was a 72 to a 71, yeah. and Adler wins it on a whole shot. It was like, okay, here we go.
What was that thing going to run if the chute had stayed in?
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, and he was our number 1 qualifier, as we talked about, current ET record holder. So that thing was going in the 60s, no doubt.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So one more time, we're going to send it down to the staging lanes to Kristen Beat.
Well, take 2, guys. So imagine this. You're pulling up to the start. All the anticipation, all of the adrenaline, then this. You have raindrops falling on the top of your car. Well, that was the case for Brad Englund in the Pro Mod class earlier today. After that long rain delay, he is now the first car in the first match to set foot on the track. They're staging, they're getting geared up, but raindrops already falling again. I asked Brad what this is like, what a roller coaster, all the anticipation, all the adrenaline just to put on pause. He said earlier when they had the larger rain delay gap, they used the time off to their benefit. They started working on the car, they ran more data, they were getting track temps and going back and making adjustments to the car. So making lemonade out of lemons, guys. It's been a long day. But point being, Brad Englund and the team trying to use this time to their advantage.
And great job, and I'm ready for some lemonade now.
Yeah, we need a little bit right now. It has been a long day.
They are a lot of fun to work with. They're doing a great job. I had mentioned, I believe it was yesterday, they brought him in a helicopter, but a couple of icons of the sport are with us here at the IHRA in Milan. One of those being Big Daddy Don Garlitz, and also Shirley Muldowney.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Is here as well. Yeah, I mean, 2 people that really made this sport so popular along the way, and huge accomplishments. So the 3-time national champ in Top Fuel, Shirley Muldowney, caught up with one of our Kristen Beats a little bit earlier today.
An icon in racing, a visionary, a pioneer for women. Shirley, it's so nice to be able to have you here at the IHRA race in Michigan. First of all, a whole lot of fans. How does it feel to have this kind of warm reception?
It's
pretty much the way it always is. Every place we go, the attention is always there. You know, the respect is wonderful. I'll take it any day. And the following has been great. It's kept us, well, it's been great for Shirley's kids. The following has been wonderful.
Tell me more about Shirley's kids.
Well, it's a charity geared around kids with a challenge of some sort, whether it be health or at family, at home, with family. And it was founded by a Texas businessman. Stan Holt owns all the Lupe Tortilla Mexican restaurants, the best Mexican food anywhere. And, of course, it's located in Houston, Texas, and a few other towns in and around Houston. And he formed the charity and named it after me, and supports me with a car that allows us to go, follow the NHRA races. I cover about 8 a year, and that's pretty much, that's a lot for me now. It's been wonderful for the kids. We've supported, we had an open heart candidate at the Texas race last year, and it was a heart replacement, if you will, and just a young lady in Houston that had no air conditioner, and they were dying of the heat. So Stan bought them a full air conditioned unit for their home, and just things like that. He's been there for just about anyone that follows the sport. It's word of mouth. How we get the children is they come to us through somebody tells somebody that tells somebody, and all of a sudden we have a kid on Sunday that we give them the best day at the races they could possibly ever want. And at the end, driver intro up on stage, they get to meet all the drivers one-on-one. And then at the end of the day, Stan has been known to give the kid a check for $5,000. So it's a pretty nice effort.
That's incredible, and your philanthropy is so greatly appreciated by not only the community, but the world as a whole. Shirley, speaking to your racing career, so many accomplishments, so many accolades. You were truly a pioneer. You broke the glass ceiling for so many women, not only in drag racing, but in motorsports. At the time when you stepped into the sport, what did you have to tell yourself? Where did you find the courage to step into the car?
Well, that was in the 50s, 1950s. So, I was lucky to beat the police in Schenectady, New York. But I started with the sport in its infancy, and I grew with it. And I had no idea. None of us had any idea what this whole thing was going to turn into. And it's been a wonderful journey for me. I had no idea. I grew with the sport.
Do you realize how many women you inspired?
They come up to me and they try to start talking to me and they start crying.
Yeah.
And through, tears of joy. I've been waiting to meet you for 20 years. Well, where have you been? All this time. We counted the racetracks that I've actually drove through the gate, and the number was 890. That's a lot of mileage. And, I've covered a lot of miles, met a lot of fans, gained a lot, learned a lot. And the sport has taught me a great deal how to deal with people, fans. I meet all kinds. But it's a wonderful sport. I think the best form of motorsports, the best show. And my love, of course, is with the nitro cars. And people come up and they want to talk to me about alcohol classes and up-and-coming some of the door slammer classes. And that's all fine. But, since once you get into nitro, nothing else. It's like a sickness, if you will. And it's been my life for just about 50 years.
Well, Shirley, thank you for sharing that life with us, all of your fans. We love having you here, and thank you so much for the time.
It's been my pleasure. Trust me.
Yeah, so great to have Shirley out here, and, of course, Big Daddy as well, as we mentioned before, two of the icons of the sport. Well, joining us in the booth is an old friend, Mr. Kevin Burgess. It's been a long time since I've done an interview with you.
It certainly has.
But Kevin is an absolute madman. Now, obviously, you see him here in IHRA uniform, so he's helping out here. But back in the day, this guy was not afraid to climb inside of a capsule boat. Top fuel hydro, by the way. Stand on the pedal and send it down through there and hope for the best. A number of wins along the way. Welcome to the booth, my friend.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be back. Daryl's brought me on to do some West Coast development and bring the IHRA out to the West Coast, as well as put together a national event drag boat series with top fuel boats again.
Wow, that is awesome, man.
We are very excited about it. Daryl's vision is huge for both, the IHRA with the cars as well as bringing the boats on. He's a true drag racing fanatic.
So do you see this being what we used to know as a national series?
Yes, I do. He wants to develop it just basically very similar to what the Lucas Oil drag boat racing series was, and bring it back. And we're looking at maybe 5-6 races to start out for the first year, and see how that goes and build it from there.
IHBA, remember that one?
Oh,
International Hot Boat Association.
Oh.
I mean, that was a great name.
Man, did we ever have some good interviews back then, didn't we, Ken?
We did have a good time, and the boat racing was phenomenal, and the boat people out there are absolutely second to none. The camaraderie is high. I always associate that, and Tommy, maybe you can chime in here too. I always associate that camaraderie. It seems like the more dangerous it is, the tighter the group is.
Well, yeah, and top fuel boats to me seem a little crazy. I've driven a top fuel dragster, and top fuel boat seems a little crazy. So yeah, it is. I agree. And I have a little tie. Like my second cousin was a drag boat racer, raced a blown alcohol flat bottom, and my dad always put the picture of him on the wall in the garage, about 30 feet above the boat in the air. And now he races a top dragster. So, yeah.
Well, maybe he's smartened up a little bit. Some of us are still back there, where we haven't quite gotten the intelligence level up to get out of this kind of thing.
I think that picture was to remind me, no, you're going in a dragster, not a boat.
I mean, even Eddie Hill decided to, let me go to the asphalt route.
I got you, yeah. But we're really excited about it, and good things are coming down the line here. Daryl's vision for this whole thing is just absolutely incredible. It's just humongous. And what he wants to do with the IHRA and what he wants to do with boat racing is going to be phenomenal. He's doing this for the racers. He's just really going out of his way to make this an unbelievable experience for the racers, the fans, for everybody. He just wants a good place for everybody to race, and that's a solid heart intention for this whole deal. So we're going to go after it. We're looking for property to buy out west for the asphalt drag racing as well as the drag boats. And we're going to try and put some places together that have a side-by-side drag strip for the asphalt cars as well as the boats.
Yeah, this question might be a bit premature, but any sort of timeline when he'd like to have races actually happening? Would it be as quick as next year, you think?
Well, logistically, if we can make it happen, that's what we're going for.
Ken, have you seen what we've done here in the last couple months with IHRA? I think yesterday would be more important. Yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, there's no question. And if you talk to the people around here that work for Daryl, Daryl Cuddle, the president, or CEO, I guess, here, no is not an option. Apparently, if you say no, even if you say the word maybe in one of the meetings, it apparently creates quite a stir. So yes. He is a definitely move forward at a high rate of speed type of guy.
I will tell you one of his favorite sayings is, make it happen. And that's all he says to you is, make it happen, and you better go get it done. Because he's very intent on getting these things done, and he's counting on our personnel to get it done.
How did you guys meet? How long have you known Daryl?
I've known him for about 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he actually was sponsoring a top fuel boat that I was that I was piloting.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, well, I'm really glad to have you part of the team here, and great to have you come in here and share this information with us as well. So we look forward to the developments as you proceed out there on the West Coast. So once again, Kevin Burgess here, breaking out some really cool news as we bring it to you live here on Speed Sport 1. We're going to take a quick break here. Unfortunately, a little bit of weather once again here, but they are dragging the track, so hopefully we can fire cars up and go racing soon. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Once again, we welcome you back here to the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. It's all going down here at Milan, Michigan, Darana Dragway. And unfortunately, just a small weather delay here once again. The rotators are out there on the track, so trying to bring this thing in, and we'll get cars for you. Literally had them fired up right before we came on the air, and just a couple of little spits, a couple little sprinkles. We've got to definitely be safe than sorry here, sending these cars down, and extremely, extremely fast machines. So got to have a good surface for them. In the meantime, our Kristen Beat was very busy here earlier today, and she has a nice feature put together for us.
John Moser, a former flight engineer in the Air Force and service member, here with me now representing Save22.vet. John, tell me about the relationship between you and Lex June.
Me and Lex June personally is phenomenal. He's like a big brother I never had before, right? And all he wants to do is give back to the veteran community, and he's done that through his partnership with us, and we can bring veterans out to the racetrack, first responders. They get to be right next to the car. They can get them up to the flight, I keep wanting to say flight line, up to the starting line, hang out on the starting grid with them, cook food, hang out with the crew, learn about the car, or just go hang out a day at the races. I can't say enough good things about Lex. Really, I can't.
What can you tell us about Save22.vet and how impactful it is in the veteran community?
Well, I don't know how impactful it is in the community, but for me, it saved my life, right? 9.5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 guys wanted to take a walk and raise awareness of their buddies killing themselves after the service. And here we are 10 years later. We're a full, legitimate nonprofit, raising awareness of the suicides, but Save22.vet, get it right on there. Sign up for our newsletter. We have a link on there to get involved with the programs. You can volunteer. You can donate. You can share our stuff across all the social medias. If you want to share your story, email me, TuesdayTalk at Save22.vet, and we'll get you on the podcast for us, right? If you're a veteran organization doing what we're doing, hey, we'd love to share your story. We don't care whose name's on the front, as long as you're helping the veteran community.
Yeah, great story there. We appreciate that. Nice job, Kristen, and we appreciate everything that they do over there. As once again, nice wide shot here of Darana Dragway. You were talking about how much they've done here in a short amount of time when we were in the middle of that interview with Kevin Burgess. So quick look at it. This place did not look like this even 2 weeks ago. So a lot of changes along the way. We have a 5th member of the team that we've yet to introduce here. We've been saving Kayla Zadell, and she did a really nice feature with us, or for us, I should say, a little bit earlier this weekend with our Lex June.
Lex and Gerda June, you guys are one of the many drag racing couples out here, but what makes you unique is that, Gerda, you are probably one of the few, if not the only, top fuel woman crew chief, and your husband is the driver here. So before we get into all the racing stuff, I want to hear how you two met.
So we met in Germany at the Hockenheim Ring. There was a big drag race, FIA race going on over there. I was with a different race team. Ran into a photographer that I knew from other races. He was talking to him. We looked at each other, and it was love at first sight. And ever since then, we've been together. Been a couple of years.
2001.
Yep, right before 9/11. I'll never forget that one.
Now, and you were telling me off camera here when you got married, the date and what you got married in, and I want you to share that with us.
So we married, I always say 666, June 6, 2006. That way he only has to remember the 6. And I married in black. I had a special dress made that I had a picture of in my head. We had a customer back in the Netherlands in our auto repair shop. He did haute couture. And he told me, if you have a picture in your head, I can make it. So he made my wedding dress. It's one of a kind.
Oh, my gosh. That is such a good story. Okay, now shifting gears a little bit, I want you both to tell me your drag racing background, because I know you guys are very accomplished over in Europe.
I started when I was 17, 18 years old, and there was no drag racing in the Netherlands because I'm from Amsterdam, Netherlands. And I always loved American cars from I was 4 or 5 years old. I always loved American cars. And I never really understand why people love nitro racing, because I think, yeah, well, until I sat in a Fuel funny car and I don't know, it does something to you. We bought our first Fuel funny car. That did not end really well. Did not know a lot about it. Hired some people to help us. Did not work out. I almost was killed in a bad fire. And then she said, well, I don't know what you want to do, but no funny cars anymore.
Yeah.
And I think,
Put an end to that.
so what do you do? So in 2004, we did a rental deal with Top Fuel Dragster. We had a sponsor that wanted to sponsor 5 races in Europe. So we went there, did that, learned a lot, what not to do. And then the sponsor told us, we want to do this, but then you need to own your own car. So we bought our own Top Fuel Dragster in 2005. Well, we bought it in 2004, the end of 2004, from David Baca here in the US. And then we started campaigning that in 2005. And in 2005, we won our first FIA Top Fuel Championship. And that's one of the reasons I know when we have good equipment, we can win races and we can win championships. 07, 08, we were runner-up. And what happened then is we always traveled to the US every year. And in 09, we were able to race here. First time ever. That was a big dream. And this is still the same car we bought in 04.
Wow.
This car is from 1999.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Who's the chassis by?
McKinney.
Okay.
Yeah, and sure, we changed a lot of it, front half, back half, a lot of things. But yeah, we are the only ones, as far as I know, at least here in the US, that's running a Top Fuel car from the previous century.
Let's let Gerda talk a little bit. I want you to tell us if you always wanted to be a crew chief and that's what you aspired to do.
So if you look deep inside my heart, no.
Okay.
I never thought that I would be where I am now. I never thought I was good enough. But because of our every now and then racing, he needed somebody that he could trust to start up that race car, to make all the numbers work. And I had a couple of really good teachers. I was very privileged to talk to Lee Beard whenever I want.
Oh, wow.
Lance Larson, who is next door, he taught me a whole bunch because he helped us out for a season. And he was always behind me, like, okay, you do it. If something goes wrong, I'll help you out. I'll let you know. But you do it and you learn it. Right now, we get a lot of help from Rob Flynn, who's the first crew chief who tuned 300 miles an hour at the 8th.
Yes.
So I feel very privileged. I always say, I call him my help desk.
I love that.
1-800, call Rob.
Yes.
Did I think I would ever be here? No, absolutely not. But it works out, and I'm a numbers person. I always say I tune the race car with an Excel sheet. He does it with looking at the parts, and I think that's the perfect combination for the two of us.
I think so.
Because he does not want to do what I do, and I do not want to do what he does. Probably keeps the marriage good as well.
Yes, yeah, so it works out for the both of you. Are you ever worried when Lex drives the car?
Every second when we leave the shop until we get back home.
Really?
I don't eat all weekend.
Oh my gosh.
No, it comes out bad. Let me put it that way. I'm always worried because every run that he makes on the racetrack could be his last run. And I'm kind of a control freak, and I cannot control everything that happens on that race car. I cannot check every nut and bolt to make sure that it's all tight. You got to trust your people. This weekend, we have a great group of guys around us. So I got all the faith in the world that my biggest priority is keep my driver safe. I don't care about the number on the board.
Right.
As long as by Sunday night, my truck and trailer and hauler, everything is back in the shop, that's my happy place.
Good. And I want you guys to tell us, what do you do when you're not at the racetrack? Do you have another hobby, or is this kind of all-consuming?
Well, we have regular jobs. I work 40 hours a week at O'Reilly Auto Parts, and from job, it is either straight to the shop to get ready for the next race, because Columbus and this one is only 2 weeks in between. We had a lot of work to do. So yeah, it's basically a race car. In the wintertime, I travel to Europe sometimes. My mom is getting a little bit older, so you gotta show up for the family. But yeah, the race car is it.
Yeah. Lex, what about you?
She got another hobby, and that's horses.
Yes. And, horses and horsepower.
Yeah, and this is about horsepower. She's really good in riding horses. She is also a horse riding instructor.
Wow.
And I would love to see her going back into that as well. But just take some time to get that done. But she's really good at that as well.
Thank you guys for sitting down with me. I appreciate it. I think we've covered everything unless there's something else you want to add.
No, I think you did good.
Thank you. No, you guys did good. I loved it. Well, good luck this weekend.
Great interview. Nice to meet some of the players that are out there in the pits, and a great story as well. Nice drone shot here as you take a look at some of the pro mods that are in the staging lanes getting ready to start up. We are very close. Ricky Smith out there on the starting line checking things out a little bit earlier. He actually had the mop in his hand.
I saw Ricky with a mop in his hand. I mean, he's out there. He's ready to go racing. He wants to get this track ready to go.
So once again, this will be round number 1 of eliminations that we will pick up with. We've had 3 pairs so far go down the track. So plenty of racing yet to go here. About another 8 or 9 pair to go here. Total 24 cars qualifying. And of course, this gives us a great opportunity to talk about what's going to happen here in a couple of weeks, August 8th and 9th. As you watch the class open here for Pro Mod. And some of the rules that will apply here to Pro Mod as well, so feel free to read through those. And while you're taking a look at that, we want to tell you that we're going to have a monster Pro Mod race here in just a couple of weeks, August 8th and 9th. $125,000 to win. That's a pretty big number, and I'm sure we'll draw a big crowd. We'll also have Mountain Motor Pro Stocks here in the house, $15K to win that one, and Top Sportsman for $6,000. We look forward to that. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks making some noise. Speaking of big money, by the way, we're going to hand out some money here today, too, if Mother Nature will let us go racing here. $50,000 to Top Fuel. Funny car. Couple of big numbers there. Also Pro Mod. So winner of this event here, $50,000. Or this class, I should say. Pro Nitrous, $20,000. Mountain Motor Pro Stock, $15,000. Top Alcohol Funny Car, $7,500. Top Alcohol Dragster, $7,500. Top Fuel Harley, $7,500. So hopefully we get to hand out some money here at the end of the night. Look at the track dryer. We're going to take a quick commercial break and hopefully thumbs up. Yeah, that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
We want to go racing here at Darana Dragway, so stay with us at Milan. We'll be right back with the IHRA. we welcome you back to the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. Darana, Dragway, and Milan, Michigan. And we believe Mother Nature is finally working with us here. We think the track is pretty much ready to go. Cars are in the lanes, and we're ready to get things started here to resume round number 1 of eliminations here in Pro Mod. In the meantime, let's get it down to Kristen B.
Speaking of those variable conditions, I've got Craig Sullivan with me now. You added some timing to the car. What does that do, and what were you guys trying to take an evaluation of to make those adjustments?
Well, as we've had a day that it's rained and it's not rain and the sun and a bunch of humidity.
And unfortunately, it looks like technical issues there with her microphone. We'll see if we can get things sorted out here. A lot of rain a little bit earlier today, and they just didn't. It does not play nice with electronics. So.
Yeah, we had some rain in Columbus, and during an interview we had in the studio, my mic and headset went down too. So yeah, electronics doesn't like water for some reason.
It reeks
neither does racetrack surfaces either.
We'll see if we can get things fixed up and get that story back. Standing down there with Sully, of course, who will be ready to go here in just a few moments. Turned that thing pretty far sideways one night ago.
Yeah,
we
was
flat tracking that thing.
Yeah. Oh, we got the Jet just making a couple of laps. The shutdown areas seem where they've been having the most issues down there. Racetrack surface is looking good, but the Jets, I see them just turn around, so hopefully that's it. We're heading off to the other end, and we'll fire them up shortly.
Drone operator doing a great job, entire staff, and of course, you know, when the weather comes in like that, the entire production crew had to break everything down to try and keep the equipment dry. It is a tall task to break all those cameras down and get them covered up as quickly as possible, then get them all back out, of course, and get it all set back up so we can give you some beautiful pictures and video. With that said, we just lost our timing and scoring as well, so we are seeing what you're seeing at this point.
Jacob McNeil in the right lane. Joel Winsley in the left-hand lane.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have West Stefano. They came up here first, and Brad Eglin, but obviously they've.
Yeah, those guys did the burnouts.
They did a burnout.
Yeah, they did the burnouts, got ready to stage, and we saw some rain, so they let them go back to the back of the line. Jacob McNeil having a whole much better weekend this weekend than he did in Columbus. And I went by this morning, saw those guys, and I said, boy, you're having a lot better weekend. They go, a tremendously better weekend. So, yeah, they were real happy with the performance of the car. Just grumbling after grumbling at Columbus, but looks like a whole different race team this weekend.
Yeah, qualifying number 8 and number 7 here is this pair. The better of the two in the 8 hole is Jacob McNeil, as you were just referring to. 372 with a 0, and Winsley a 376 with an 8. So really, with that set separated by 0.04 of a second, that could be made up at the starting line very easily. We'll see how things shake down.
Checking the weather before this run, and the amazing thing is we've had rain, we've had sun, we've had clouds, and the weather has stayed about the same. You know, it's about 80 degrees. We're 3,000 feet density altitude. About 128 grains of water. I mean, it's been the same all weekend, so these guys haven't had a lot of tuning to do. It's just tuning to the track conditions.
Both of them ready. Top bulbs are on. Let's go racing. Round 1 of Pro Mod. Boy, good side-by-side battle. Looks like it's going to go to the left lane. Inside lane, if you will.
374 at 201 to a 381, 197. And you could see Jacob McNeil having to pedal that car. It was loose, bouncing around, out of control, pedaling it, trying to get the win, but all for naught. 374 on the other lane.
Joel Winsley grabbing the win here. So the 17 hole taking out the 8 hole. We saw the 24 hole take out the number 1 hole. Another good look at it here. Ahead by about a half car length there at the stripe. the gorgeous 69 Camaro. And an older version of that Camaro, probably around 1984 or so, in the far lane. Well, this is horrible. Callie Mills and Bill Riddle. Callie Mills lined up in the near lane here. Callie Mills qualifying 5th in this large field with a 3:66. Really nice lap. And Bill Riddle in the 20 hole with a 4:02. See if Bill can put it together here today. What another great lap here.
Yeah, red light on the right-hand lane. So,
yeah.
Yep, automatically going to Kaylee. 374. I mean, throwing the numbers out there. All right, cool.
So Callie grabbing the win here, as you would expect a number 5 qualifier to do, but Bill going after it there. Unfortunately, leaves a little bit early.
This is like calling old school drag racing. I feel like I'm at the no time drag races right now. We got Kai Kelly out here on the starting line. We got no timing up here in the tower. We don't know who's doing what they're running. I can see a red light come on for sure.
The only thing we need is somebody out there with a flag.
Flashlight, flags. Yeah, I've seen it before.
I remember those days of no time racing very, very well in the start of my career at Englishtown. All the scoreboards went off, and there was a lot of cash, big wads of cash on the starting line.
Here we're going to see a replay of that last round. We see the red light start in the right-hand lane, and it was so fast we didn't even see it.
Kai Kelly qualifying 11th. Tom Blenko qualifying 14th. On paper, very, very close here. Separated by less than 100th of a second. Of course, Kai Kelly, as you've talked about here, I mean, an incredibly fast race car. Certainly puts his money where his mouth is, ready to throw down with anybody at any time. All steel body car.
I think he's enjoying coming over here, shaking the boys up a little bit, you know. Because, you know, they are. When they do that racing, they do a lot of talking. Pro mod guys aren't used to doing a whole bunch of talking, but he's going to make them.
Blenko with that beautiful Corvette.
Kai Kelly, round win. Cars out there picking the front end up. You can hear somebody pedaling out there. I'm pretty sure it was in left-hand lane because you could see the thing falling back, but he kept pedaling as it went down through there. Both of them looks like maybe a little bit. 369 for Kai Kelly.
Yeah, beautiful lap there. Quickest we've seen here in round number 1. And to our fans that are
the driver in staging right after a rain delay, how do you kind of mentally prepare?
You just got to put it out of your head because you think, you know, is it going to be wet? Is it going to be this? Going to be that? You just got to clear your head and know that it's going to be good and deal with whatever comes.
Well, congratulations on a great run, Joel Winsley.
Thank you, dear.
Congrats, you'll make it back to round 2. And for our fans at home, unfortunately, we do not have timing and scoring here in front of us, so we're not able to give you all the numbers that we would love to typically give you. So we'll bear with it until we get going here again. DiDomenico and Calso will square off here. Of course, DiDomenico making it to the final round at our season opener. Had a mechanical issue. They found out what that issue was after they went back home, and it was in the diff, it's in the rear end, the X1 sponsored machine. has been repaired. He's come out here and did a great job. Qualified 7th with a 371 and will square off against Jason Calso, who put a 385 up on the board. Good enough for the 18th position.
Yeah, they thought that the rear end breakage might have been from having a lockup converter and that thing just shuttering it too hard when it went 1-to-1 and locked up. So they went and changed their whole combination. They took out the lockup converter and did a little bit of testing to come out here and didn't seem to miss a beat.
Great looking Corvette, of course. His son Sal, crew chiefing on that one. Level Performance is the engine builder for Jason Calso. SSI Roots Blower, 521 Hemi. Top bulbs on, here we go. DiDomenico out of the groove there just a bit, trying to save that one.
$371 for Mike, 380 for Jason. Just a nice looking run for Mike. 371. We're seeing a lot of really good runs. 67 to 70, 71. Ooh, look at him pull it back into the groove. That's a pretty hard move for a Pro Mod car to just pull it back over in the center of the groove like that.
DiDomenico with a 008 light. How about that? Pretty impressive with 371. Larson and Sullivan coming up here next.
Oh, looks like Craig might be having some issues out there. Doesn't look like he can get it reversed. They're out there trying to get him pushed back.
Talked about Larry Larson with that gorgeous shoebox. Yeah, tough break here for Sully.
They haven't given up yet. They're going to try to push him back. Yeah.
See if we can get him back.
Kai Kelly, 369 with a 7. A great run there. What's working on your car? What are you liking about it?
My car's always been a really good working car, but when we got here, we were struggling with it. Q1, Q2, it was both struggle bus, but we figured it out. It's back. It's a steel body car. It's been running in the 60s. Anytime you can do that and you can outrun one of these Pro Mods with a steel body car that you race on the street, it's badass.
Y'all just heard it right there. Kai Kelly with a badass run.
Well, it doesn't look like Sully's going to make the lap. He shut it off and backing up. Something must have broke on the burnout. So Larry Larson's going to get a freebie here first round.
Find out what he has here. On paper, these two were really, really close. Separated by just a couple of thousandths of a second. Was looking forward to the race.
Well, you can see the little tape there on the front fender of Larry's car. He did get loose in qualifying, come across the center line and took the cones out. So he did do a little damage, but able to get it repaired. $374, $204.
Yeah, left a little bit early there.
Yeah, that's single. Why not, man? Go for it.
Go for it. See where you're at. See if you can pull it off.
Yeah, that's right. But it's single. It's freebie. It's good.
374 with an 8, by the way. Just a little bit quicker than his qualifying effort of 375.
If I'm not correct, that's the slowest winning time so far this round. So we got some great ETs right now.
Mike DiDomenico just ran a 371 with a 6. You just said to me the first one's always the hardest. What do you mean by that?
First round is always, once I get, not that I get nervous or anything. In fact, there was a time I put one of those watches on, right, that measures your heart rate. And my heart rate is the same no matter what. But mentally, getting past first round is always, because, man, you've done a lot to get here. You've done a lot to get here, right? And so to go out first round, you know, it kind of sucks, you know? So that's what I mean by getting past first round. So.
Well, good news for you. You're not going out first round. So congratulations to Mike DiDomenico. Yeah.
I'll get it right one of these. Yeah, you're doing very good.
He's not lying. Going out first round does suck.
Yeah. Tim Brown and Kurt Stedding will be our next pair. Stedding put together a great run in qualifying. Waiting for Tim Brown to light the tires up.
Still having some issues there. You see the official telling him, if you can, keep it short, let's go. But still seems to be having some problems. Oh.
Unfortunately for Brown, just not able to get that burnout completed. RPM's coming up, but it's
just barely. It doesn't act like the blades.
Yes, not engaging.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it is. Tried to lay up just a little bit short, so back. Yeah, good. And Kurt Stedding being a sportsman here, gentleman here, to allow them a little bit of extra time. Stedding qualifying fourth, man. That thing was fast. 366 with a 7. Tim Brown on the 21 hole did not have a good run. We'll see if he can put it together here. Certainly has not started off as he would prefer.
All right, here we go. Looks like he's going to make it up there. Stedding being very patient. You want to race a competitor. You want to give him a shot at it, but being extremely patient with him.
Stedding in the far lane, and Stedding's going to get the win here. But I'm going to tell you what, man, Tim Brown was keeping him honest. They were side by side there at the hit for a little bit. So good stuff. How about an 030 light for Tim Brown? So after all of that, he was ready to go. And Stedding an 086 light. So had to track him back down. Put the 366 with an 8 on the board. If I'm not mistaken, quickest pass we've seen here in round one.
Absolutely. Nice, great pass. And it was going to take a whole lot more than that 30 light to get around that 366.
Larry Larson, your competitor, Craig Sullivan, burned out, then backed up, and you just had a solo run. You said the best time. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the best kind, basically, when you have a single. That way you don't have any chance of losing the run or getting outrun. So, and then you're out there trying to make that run and run as fast as you can still, because the tune-up's already in the car. So you do that, and then hopefully you still have lane choice for next round. So it makes it nice. You don't have to deal with anybody in the other lane. You don't have to worry about cutting a light on or anything else. You just go out and do your thing.
Well, congratulations. You made it past the first round, Larry Larson.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
And next up, the Madman, Frankie Taylor, will be part of this pair. Of course, our winner at Columbus. Mr. Race, David Atkins. I don't see David up here just yet. Oh, turbo car that got into the wall last night. That's right.
Yep. Wasn't able to get it fixed and not be able to make it back up here. He turbo car got out there and just blew the tires off in qualifying, made a hard turn and tagged the wall. But Frankie, he's going to get a freebie here first round. But man, his car has been so consistent for all of Columbus and here as well.
Giving this guy a free look at the track is not good for the field. Straight as a string. Throws the chutes out, puts a 369 on the board. He is ready to play ball.
You aren't lying about straight as a string. I don't. Pro Mod cars don't make runs that straight. That was a really nice run for Frankie, and you're right. Giving this guy a free shot at the racetrack, only going to make him better as the day goes on.
Nice when a race car does that, huh?
Yeah, it's not very often in Pro Mod, trust me.
James Beadling and Jason Harris will be our next pair. Jason Harris with a great run as well. Went to the number 2 slot with a 365.
Yeah, he had a great first run and then came back and had a really good second run. So, yeah, this car has run well all weekend. And, man, sitting back in the lanes, you know, he's towards the back of the first round of pairs of cars, and you got to be going, oh, come on, man, just quit raining. I got a great, really good race car. I want to go out there and go some rounds.
Jason Party Time Harris ready to party here in round number 1. Works with his dad, Bob. Paul, also co-crew chief. 4-time PDRA world champ. Beadling hoping he can find the magic here after a tough qualifying session.
Yeah, just struggled a little bit qualifying, couldn't get a hold of the racetrack, and a little different now. All different conditions. We've had rain a couple times. Track has cooled down a little bit. Might just be the difference that he needs.
Jerry Bickle car for the party time. He's in trouble here at the starting line, unfortunately. Gets in a little bit of trouble as well, clicks it off early, so James Beadling is going to grab the win, really turns it around as well, puts together a decent run here at 371 with an 8, but the 013 light had him out front first.
Yeah, you can see right here, Jason Harris has problems right there. It's like it looked weird, like it spun the tires, maybe rattled a little bit. He's shutting it off, and we got another upset. Number 1 is out, and number 2 is out.
Wow.
Kurt Stedding, a big field in the Pro Mod class. Does that determine how aggressive you go about each round?
It sure does. I mean, you still have your next round. You want to have lane choice when you get there. Our trouble is, you know, we're sitting with the rain all day long, and then you start to second guess what you're putting in the car. I had a slower guy over there, but then now you have to say, hey, I can't get up there in red light. So just had to make a clean run. Car run fast, and we're ready for the next round.
Kurt Stedding just made a clean run, and you're going to round 2.
We are.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That'll bring up Brad Eglian and Wes DeStefano.
Exactly what you said.
Yep, it's one of those.
Yep. I like it.
Love the Oldsmobile. Love the big 72 Olds.
This is the 3rd time these guys have paired up this weekend. They ran each other the first session. They ran each other the second session. What do you do? Come up here. Let's race first round. Oh, they come out. Do burnouts. It starts raining. Go to the back of the line. All right. Now, we're going to do it right now.
Love the trunk car, too, man. Love that Mustang.
That's Illumina.
It's Illumina. It is Illumina. 046 light lined up for Wes and puts a 367 with a 6 on the board. An 013 light for Eglian and the Lumina. My apologies to him. Puts a 388 on the board. Just couldn't stay in the throttle to enough to hang down there with Wes. And Wes will grab the win here.
367, second quickest run of the first round. Man, he's getting that thing really turned around. That was a great pass.
Frankie Madman Taylor, you need to go to Vegas because you get all the luck. You got a solo run right there. I don't know how do you fathom this?
I don't know, but I feel sorry for the guy that wrecked the other day. He said his car wasn't too bad, but he gave us a buy run for today, which we kind of needed it. We only went 69 with a 9, but it's not bad. It's just we want to go a little faster, but have a good time out here. Man, the track's good for being rained on just a few minutes ago, and you know this has been the longest Pro Mod session there has been. But I want to thank everybody, you know, staying tuned out there, and thank Daryl for putting this on for us. Man, I know he's just blowing money because the helicopter ain't cheap, letting him blow the water off the track. But I want to thank my couple sponsors, Larry Jeffers Race Cars, Jay Dietrich for, you know, letting me borrow his car and his rig and everything. So I want to give a shout out to him, and Benji Lap from Stamp On, and Todd Moyer, the fastest car in the world, for TRM.
Now we're excited. Frankie Madman Taylor versus Disco Dean. That's going to be a good one coming up.
Hi, Ellie.
And here we go. We will switch categories and go into Pro Nitrous. Tim Molnar coming up here first. Number 1 qualifier. Put a 373 on the board.
Ricky Smith tuning this car, and just like Frankie Taylor, you said give him a freebie, and that guy's going to be tough. You're giving Ricky Smith and Tim Molnar a freebie. That's going to be a hard to
Right.
beat.
Another Jerry Bickle car here out of Seville, Ohio. Ricky Smith helping him out. PDRA Elite Top Sportsman Champ 2021. Sets it down, pulls the levers, does a nice job. 14 light, 371 with a 3. Ran a 373 with a 1 in qualifying, so steps it up nicely.
Just like we said, give him a couple free shots of this racetrack, and that car's going to get tougher and tougher as they go. 371. You can hear that car, the low RPMs, the big cubic inches just burr, 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 burr down the track. Nice and smooth, 371 low ET of the whole event.
Beautiful job there. Yeah, congratulations to him. We talked about those guys reestablishing records, so we'll lower it just a little bit one more time in this category. Next up, Keith Jackson and Jackie Sloan Jr. Only see Jackie Sloan.
Yeah, see the door shut. Let's, well, the driver's door looks like it might still be open, so maybe some issues.
Previous record in the category set back at Columbus, 374. We saw the 373 set by Tim Molnar and qualifying. Now a 371 with a 3, so lowers that ET record. Beautiful job there. Also mile per hour record as well. Tony Wilson set that. Molnar got close, but not quite.
Jackson not going to make the call, doesn't look like. Yeah, that
right there in the hunt.
That wasn't a smooth pass either with a 373, but it sounded like he pedaled out. You can see the rattle of the tire a little bit, and almost sounded like he pedaled it once and was able to save it. Still a 373.
Wes DiStefano, pretty good weekend so far. Not your best, but how does it feel to move on to that second round?
I'm super excited. That was our fastest pass with the new engine. We just put a new engine in not too long ago. It's a little bit heavier, so it affects the bias of the car. So we're trying to get the chassis to work, and we just ran that 67. I thought maybe if it ran a 69, that'd be great, so I'm ecstatic.
Ecstatic with a great time, and we'll see you in that next round.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Up next, Tony Wilson and Ed Wilson. Tony setting the mile per hour record one night ago.
Tony Wilson, runner-up in Columbus just 2 weeks ago, so looking to go one better this race.
Had the mile per hour record at Columbus as well at 203.03, went 203.80 in qualifying. That's where it currently stands. Towards the Nitrous going on here. Eddie with that beautiful 41 Willys.
Eat more beef. I like beef.
Absolutely. We had some pretty good beef here last night for dinner, in fact. Thanks to the crew.
imagination, that Nitro Purges look bigger today.
Number 3 qualifier in the near lane. Number 6 qualifier in the far lane. Top bulb on for Tony. And problems, unfortunately, for Ed. Has to get out of that one early. 374 with a 7. 007 light for Tony Wilson. 203.71, so right there with that record mile per hour pass that he had a night ago at 203.8.
Yeah, this car's been really consistent. Nice, good looking run. Just a little bit of rattle on the tires, but right on down through there, 374.
Tim Molnar stepping up from that top sportsman class to the Pro Nitrous, and you're the fastest qualifier. It's got to be a good weekend for you and your team so far.
Oh yeah, it's working out great. You know, basically the same motors I ran in top sportsman. Got Ricky Smith behind the keyboard and Chad Hester helping my wife. So, you know, stepping up to number 1 was good. When they're on the crew, cool things happen.
Got a little bye, and we'll see you in that next round. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Some of these cars are just absolutely incredible. Huge cubic inches, in excess of 940 cubic inches in some cases. I think we saw one near 1,000.
998.
Yeah.
Rounded her up to 1,000.
6 stages of nitrous. John Burgess will line up in the far lane out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Jim Widener with that beautiful Corvette out of Batesville, Indiana.
Burgess 373 in qualifying, but Widener, he had trouble and got pushed off on the starting line in his second qualifying run. He had issues on the first one, so it's kind of an unknown yet. Only one run attempt at this track so far.
Yeah, the previous record, 374, was set by Jim Widener at Columbus, so we know we can get that thing down through there and put a number on the board. Widener looking to make it happen as he charges for the stripe. How about an 012 light and 034 for Gotts? I mean, right there with him, and actually a little bit better 60-foot time as he was trying to chase him down, but did not have enough steam at the other end. 372 with a 9 will be enough for Widener to go to round number 2.
That is what we're looking for. We want a close side-by-side drag race. Well, you got it. 372, 9 with a 373, 4, 012 light to an 030 light. Doesn't get any better than that.
Tony Wilson just ran a 374. You've been having a great weekend so far, but man, it's just starting. Are you looking forward to that next round?
Yeah, I think so. We come off, a win in Columbus. We come here with the same type tune-ups and everything, and we've made good runs all weekend. So at this point, we have Widener next round. He'll have lane choice, but the racetrack's so good here, it really doesn't matter what lane you're in. They've done a phenomenal job with the racetrack, and I think the Greenbrier crew can get this thing together, and we can go into 60s tonight.
Y'all just heard it from Tony Wilson. We're going to break, and we'll be back with more racing at Darana Raceway.
And we're back covering round one action of the pros here with the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series, bringing you all the action here from Milan, Michigan, and Darana Dragway. Ken Stout, Tommy Johnson Jr. up here in the booth. We have Kristen and Kristen down there on the grounds helping us out as well. Factory Stock Showdown coming up. Jim Betts was to race Doug Hamp. Unfortunately, Doug Hamp grenaded one day ago.
Yeah, it was a big one, too. We in the great camera work by the team, you could see that thing go through the finish line and a little puff of white smoke, but the great camera angle, being able to see the fluid coming out from underneath that car. A little bit of a cleanup and tough weekend for him.
Kim Mapes, chassis builder, engine builder, Kim Mapes as well. With Kim Mapes third. Factory Stock Showdown here. Jim Betts qualifying in the number 3 hole with a 787 and a 5. 327 cubic inch Coyote. Craig Spooler helping these guys out. Absolute factory rocket ships.
Good looking pass.
785 with a 6. 054 light.
That always like that.
It is.
Jim Widener, with a 372, you get lane choice against Tony Wilson. You just said you don't make the choice. Your crew chief does. Now, if you had to guess, what lane is he going to go with?
He's probably going to go with the lip lane since we just had that good of luck in there. But we'll look at both of them when we get up there, and he'll make a decision which lane he thinks is better. So.
Well, that's Jim Widener going to take on Tony Wilson in that next round. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next up will be the Deach family. Jason Pops taking on Jaden. 4 cars out here.
Yeah.
3 of them in the Deach family, and then a family friend gets to run the 4th one. I want to be the family friend. Great battle here. I thought I heard both of them having trouble, but I really thought I heard one hit the rev limiter. Maybe it was something in the driveline that broke for Jason. An 020 light, great reaction time, but out of the throttle clearly. An 013 light for Jaden, drives it down through there with a 753.
Yeah, you can hear the RPMs go up and the car quit moving. I think it definitely had something in driveline brake. So
my apologies. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, something that went away.
Yeah, something's not right here that we're looking at.
Yeah, it was definitely out in front. Jason was definitely out in front. Something breaking, going away, and Jaden taking the win. Jaden wasn't taking it easy on him either. 013 light.
Yeah, no, I mean,
hey, Pops, I'm coming after you.
Yeah, both of them were right there. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, sorry, I looked at the 1,000-foot mark instead of the 901 at the quarter mile. Clearly out of the throttle there, realizing that the race was over and won at that point. His dad had some mechanical issues.
Yeah, we got our timing back up here now. Got the weather and got all the cables dried off, and we're back in business.
Jason Deach, the number 1 qualifier in the category, 782 with a 9. Clearly having that mechanical there. Jaden at the bottom of the pack there with a 904, but was off to a great hit right there. Certainly much, much better. But we won't know what he had inside of the car. We'll have to wait for round 2. See if he shows everything there. We'll find out who he gets as well. As the next 2 Mustangs warm up the back tires, it'll be Rodney Worrell and Taylor Deach this time.
All these Mustangs out here, and they ganged up on the Camaro, and the Camaro blew the man. I hate it for that guy.
You know they're loving. You know the Ford lovers are loving every ounce of that right there.
They would never mention that.
Taylor with that 3-liter and a Whipple. Taylor in the near lane. 0.26 light gets it done here. Rodney missing the bulb. And Taylor drives it across the stripe. 7.82 with a 9. He'll move on. Did you get to race his brother?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
They've got to keep working.
They could go to the final against each other.
How about that?
Taylor raced his dad in the final at Columbus. Now, there's a chance he's going to race his brother in the final here.
How about that? That would make that'd make Dad feel better after the broken car. Round 1 of factory stock showdown done. Looks like the snowmobiles. Sleds are coming up here next. Some pretty incredible pieces of machinery here as well. The Outlaw snowmobiles show you the ladder there for factory stock. So yeah, Taylor and Jim will square off. Jaden will have a bye run into the final. Jim Betts trying to stop the
I feel like he's being ganged up on.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. We'll take all you guys down one at a time. I'll let you take each other out here a little bit, and then I'll work on you at the end. Number 1 qualifier with our Outlaw snowmobiles, Anthony Minnie, put together a nice run. .442, 156 miles per hour. Some information on the Outlaw snowmobiles as well. Big belt on the back of those things, and they do spin that belt out there. You would think they'd have full grip, but enough power to make it happen. Turbocharged machines. Some big CCs in some of these things as well. 1,000, 1,200, 1,400 CCs. And turbocharged.
Kind of interesting is Anthony has a single here, and he was lined up in the right-hand lane right there behind the water box, and not racing anybody. Last minute decided to go to the left-hand lane instead of the right-hand lane. So they must have saw something out there. They wanted to swap over to the other side.
One of the hyper sports machines, Baines Motorsports there. Craig Campton involved with this one. 1,400 cc, 4-cylinder, turbocharged. Your number 1 qualifier.
That thing was a handful.
Yeah. He was on and off the throttle. 056 light, ready to go. With the 435 with a 9 on the board.
Low ET.
Yeah, low ET of the event, no doubt. Qualified with a 442.
Well, you can see this thing. There's a little wobble right there. Look at that.
Yeah. It shook him around a little bit.
Yeah, that'll get your attention.
Right. Rob Lowe Sr. in the right lane, far lane. Greg Dowell in the near lane. Senior up on the 2-step, ready to go. Another absolute rocket ship here.
450 with a 3. Better in his qualifying time of 4:57 and gets the win. These guys are all stepping them up today. .159 miles an hour on a snowmobile.
Yeah, that's fast. That's fast lap of the event.
His looked a little smoother, at least.
We'll see his son come up here now as well. Rob Lowe Jr. will be in the far lane. David Marshall in the near lane. Rob Lowe Jr. 1100 cc Yamaha, 4-cylinder, turbocharged, fuel tech on that one. Daryl Cuttle out there. He is CEO of this event, and he absolutely loves the snowmobiles.
Yeah, there was a rumor I heard a while back that Daryl may be getting one of these built.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he races them already.
Yeah.
Indian builder Hurricane Performance. Proline is the chassis builder for Rob Lowe Jr.
I didn't see that before.
Wow, look at that thing.
Got a wing on the back of it.
I did not see that one either.
Yeah, I like
David
that.
Marshall out of Prescott, Ontario. Great looking sled. Another Proline chassis. Boy, progressive squeezing on the throttle was David Marshall. Was not able to get it down through the 1,000 horsepower, 250cc turbocharged four-cylinder as well for David Marshall. And it just looked like a progressive squeeze on the throttle when he left the line.
Yeah, Rob Lowe Jr. going to take on his dad next round. Dad's got lane choice.
In the far lane, Dave Duvall. In the near lane, Marty Caden. Duvall qualifying fourth. 0:45 light for Duvall. Great job at the starting line and put the 5:32 on the board to take the win here in round one.
Anthony Minnie, 4:35 fastest qualifier. Any changes you're going to make to your sled before that next round?
No, it's pretty solid tune-up right now to get down the track. We had a little spin on before the 8th mile, which will take a little power out probably there. But besides that, it was a good run.
Great run. Now we'll be back with more racing. We're going to commercial, but stay tuned, and we'll be back at Darana Race Dragway.
And we are back here at the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. Great to be racing finally. Round number one action. Darana Dragway, Milan, Michigan. Mountain Motor Pro Stock on deck. Number one qualifier, Jerry Tucker. And the winner of our first event at Columbus. Put a 4:10 on the board 1 night ago. Tony Pontieri came out as the last car. It jumped up in the number 2 hole with a 4:12. And a look at some of the rules for Mountain Motor Pro Stock. Same fuel across the board. Electronic fuel injection is legal, or you can run carburetors if you'd like to. These guys are all pulling the lever. No automatic shifters. First pair, Dave Hughes and one of the best in Kurt Neighbors.
Number 7 and 8 qualifiers, and I tell you, 418 to a 419 in qualifying. This is a very evenly matched pair. And as we saw in Columbus just a couple weeks ago, starting line, it might make a difference here. It's this so close, and if you aren't on the tree, you're probably going to be going home.
Dave Hughes out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, 2018 Haas Camaro. John Causey power underneath the hood of that beautiful car, lined up in the near lane. Kurt Neighbor, a seasoned veteran. How about the 1984 IHRA Nationals at Norwalk winner? IHRA Nationals at Dragway 42, 71, 72, 73, 74. I mean, really one of the most decorated drivers out here. But the fact that he's still inside of the car getting it done is amazing.
Loves drag racing and out here doing it to this day. Been doing it a long time.
Another Haas-Causey combination, built 2000. Beautiful red, white, and blue car for Kurt Neighbor. Top bulbs on. Mountain Motor, here we go. Oh! I can't believe Neighbor didn't go red. I thought Neighbor was going to go red because it pulled him through the beams. Somehow ends up with an 044 light. However, on the other side, Dave Hughes red, listen to this, 0.0007 ten-thousandths of a second. Too quick for Dave Hughes. And I'm telling you, right in front of us, we're both looking out of the window. I know we're supposed to watch the monitor, but but Neighbor, it's tugging Neighbor's car through the beams. I thought for sure he'd go red.
Yeah, I did too. As soon as he put the throttle down, it started pulling the car through the beams. I thought, oh, he's going red. And you look over and the red light's in the left-hand lane. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and Hughes wasted a 416 as well. Really strong lap. And Neighbor lives to fight another round. Some of that experience.
No, that had nothing to do with experience.
Was that pure luck?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he waited a little bit to hit the throttle. I don't,
maybe. No. Come on.
Not biting? I'm trying to help, man. I'm trying to help him out here. So one of the twin brothers, as we talked about, they'll have a chance to face off. Of course, they'll both have to win here. Dylan Voss will be the first of the two. He'll line up alongside another seasoned driver, and Bill Neary.
Yeah, 418 for Voss in qualifying. Neary, he struggled a little bit. Like, this class is so tight. Neary, 439. We're talking that's like way off. Everybody's in the 410 to 418 seem to be about half the field.
Out of Barrington, Illinois is Bill Neary. Haas and Jerry Janota power plant underneath that one. We believe he has Rachel inside of the car here this weekend. 3 different options. Ran Super Chevy for years. Pro Mod Nova called the prosecutor. This one as well. Dylan Voss lined up in the near lane. Bill Neary in the far lane. Voss with the Jerry Haas and Voss Racing Engines. Problems Neary had to get out of the throttle. It was a handful early on. 044 light, 414 with a 9. Dylan Voss ready to go here as well. Nicely done in round number 1. He qualified in the number 6 hole with a 418, so stepping it up nicely.
Yeah, just like in Pro Mod and all the other categories, we're seeing as this weekend goes along, these guys are coming out first round and improving on every single run. First round, and steps his performance by 0.04 of a second.
Kurt Neighbor, now you tricked the guys in the booth because they thought you were going to red light, and your competition, Dave Hughes, red lighted. Did you surprise yourself with that?
Yes, I hit the rev limit. I put on the chip, came up on the chip, and all of a sudden started to move forward. And I had my foot on the floor as tight as I could go. So we found out where this air gap is on the clutch. We had a little too tight. He must have seen my car move and took off. If not, I'd have red light.
All right, was that planned?
No.
No.
He's got tricks up his sleeve. Kurt Neighbor, we'll see you in that next round. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's an emphatic no.
Yeah.
Was not part of the plan.
No, that was a scared no. No, it almost bit me.
Corey Voss and Tony Pontieri will be our next pair. So one of the Vosses has made it through. Dylan made it. We'll see if Corey can follow up here.
Yeah, Pontieri, a 4.12 in qualifying, definitely has the advantage on performance. But we just saw Dylan Voss go 4.14, and we'll see if they applied any of that to his brother's car.
Yeah, as if memory serves, Pontieri did not have a good first qualifying session. Came out in the second one. He had done a burnout, had to back up, went to the tail end of the line, came out as the last car, and really put a number up on the board, shot up to the number 2 hole. So they found the combination. The number 13 hole goes Corey Voss with a 5.93. Clearly not getting down through to the finish line. Live Oak of Florida. So a bit of a drive there for the Voss gang. Tony Pontieri out of Canada, Bolton, Ontario. Both of them on the ball. Great drag race. That's what we love to see. 0.24 light for Corey Voss. Will not have enough for the 4.22 on the other side. Tony Pontieri goes 0.11 at the tree and then puts a 4.11 on the board, a little bit quicker than his qualifying effort.
Yeah, coming out here, low ET of first round so far. 4.11 with a 0.11 light. It's a pretty tough package to beat. Oh, even a little wiggle there. Got a little squirrely off the starting line and drove it right on down through 4.11. That thing's got more in it.
Yeah.
Dylan Voss with a 4.14. Nice run. What's going right in your car right now?
Just my crew chief's doing a great job. He's driving this week and he's pulling double duty. And like I said, we were struggling with the clutch pack and we got it worked out. That was the low of our weekend by a bunch. So looking real forward to going into eliminations. I mean, we got a really good hot rod to win this thing.
Well, good luck in that next round, and we look forward to seeing the bad banana out there for the shirt.
Yeah, had some fun with that just one day ago. Here comes Chris Powers. Chris Powers, and we were curious if Camry was going to make the call.
Yeah, she qualifying had some engine damage, and she turned off the track, and obviously there was a hole somewhere because some oil came out of the car but it made it off the racetrack before it did it. But you could see it, you could hear the run. It sounded like something was wrong, and then pulled off the track and had the oil coming out of the thing. And it, I didn't know if she'd make it back up here, but Chris Powers, he come out here 2 weeks ago and got runner-up, got to the final, and we did an interview with him earlier in the weekend, and you could tell he was mad about it. I mean, he wants to come out here. He's like, no, I can run with the best of them. They're gonna have to run with me.
Great looking car. Love the colors on it. Definitely pops. Out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Jerry Haas car and flying the Sonny Leonard colors proudly. Sonny Racing Engines. Chuck Samuel helping him out in the crew chiefing department. Two-time world champ. Won an IHRA event in Cordova going back to 2017. And, of course, Camry Caruso and that team putting that one together last minute to make it out here. Camry on the ball, double 06 light, goes 4.13 with a 5, but loses here as a 4.12 is up on the board with Chris Powers, wins it by 7 10,000ths of a second.
Woo, that was a whole lot closer than Chris Powers thought it was going to be. Trust me, 006 and a 4.13. That car had very few runs on it. And they come out here first round, come out and run a 4.13. I know they're not happy with losing, but that was a very good first round for them.
0.15 light as well for Chris Powers. It wasn't like he missed it.
Tony Pontieri.
doing, and the crew worked really hard this weekend. We tried a lot of different things to make this car run. I want to thank one of my partners that couldn't be here, Rob Sporing from Quality Plus Compressors, my wife, Jackie, and all the people at home. And hopefully we'll see each other in the winner's circle. That's our plan for tonight.
Well, congratulations, and we hope to see you in the winner's circle later this evening.
Thank you.
Next pair coming up here is to be Dwayne Rice and Mike Murphy. Unfortunately, no call by Mike Murphy. Dwayne Rice out of Grove City, Ohio. Qualified in the number 4 hole, 413 with a 7. 040 lights go along with it. Going to get a nice look at the track. Excalibur. Light puts a nice number on the board. 413 with an 8. Real solid.
Almost identical to his qualifying time of 413 with an 8. He was 413 with a 7 in qualifying. The bad news is 413 doesn't get you lane choice. Going up against 412. Chris Powers will have lane choice next round.
What a run you just had. You said you feel bad. Why do you feel bad?
Oh, man, we need girls in this class. It's nice to have them out here. Most of them don't last long. I think she'll hang around for a while, so you got to help them along and you know, take your time with them and hope, you know, hopefully they'll hang out and race with us for a while. It's kind of like a boys club here and kind of gets old after a while. So it's always the same guys, same people you race. So it's nice to get somebody new in the, you know, the first 10 years of racing this.
All right, y'all just heard it from Chris Powers. Any ladies ready to come ride? I think he might train you. Right?
Yeah, we'll give you some help to get you out here and get you rolling. You just need Sunny Power under the hood.
You just heard it here. Congratulations.
And a couple of guys that have been racing for many, many years against each other. John Koenig chauffeur and John Montecalvo. Johnny K lined up in the near lane out of Otterville, Ontario. And of course, Monty out of Center Island in New York, out on Long Island, I should say. Was number 1 after the first qualifying session. Felt like they had some more to put in it. And according to chatting with the crew last night, he said, man, the track was just better than we thought. We missed it in the second session.
Johnny K, he struggled in Columbus. Thought they had it figured out, came here, struggled again in qualifying, but as we've seen before, that doesn't mean anything. These guys seem to get it figured out first round.
Montecalvo, a 3-time Mountain Motor Pro Stock champ, including the 2009 IHRA Championship. Oh, and he's all over the place. Monty having to drive that thing. Koenig chauffeur on the other side trying to steal one here, and he's going to get it done. An 0.15 light to an 0.59 for Montecalvo. This one was pretty much settled at the starting line. A 4.18.4, just a little bit quicker than Monty's 4.18 with an 8. So excellent job there for John Koenig for turning that thing around because, as you said, they've struggled with it.
Yeah, I said every time we go up here first round, there's been one car it's struggled throughout qualifying, and they get it done. What John Montecalvo, he's driving the wheels off that thing out there sideways, pulling it back in, but Johnny K getting the round win and getting it figured out.
In a second.
I figured.
Dwayne Rice, you just had a solo run. You said it was slow, but hey, anything is fast to me. You had to have gained some data. What was the game plan?
Yeah, just make a nice clean run and get ready for next round.
All right, getting ready for next round, what does that mean? You're about to go back. What's your crew going to do to the car?
Get everything serviced and try to step it up, hopefully, for next run.
Hey, simple man right here. He's about to step it up. Dwayne Rice. Thank you.
Great job for Dwayne. 4:13 on the board. Here comes our number 1 qualifier. And the winner from Columbus, Jerry Tucker, JT. Coming out here from Lindsay, Oklahoma, Jerry Bickle car. Frank Gugliotta helping him out. Of course, Frank Gugliotta, a great driver in his own right in this category. 824 cubic inches of Gugliotta power. A couple of 4 barrels on this one. 5-speed trans. 2-disc clutch. Gugliotta also helping out in the crew chiefing department with Rich Purdy.
Jerry Tucker's on a roll. You know, he came into the first race in Columbus and put himself in the final. What a 4:12 with a 0 best run there, and he comes out here and runs a 4:10 in qualifying to go number 1. And that car seems to keep going the right direction.
Under hobbies, it says bull riding. That'll put it in perspective for you.
Was that one of the runs that shook out here?
Yeah, probably. Went 4:10 with a 4. Oh. He's just going to bump the line.
Yeah.
Save the parts and pieces. Save the tune-up.
Yeah.
Go.
Johnny K, 4:18. You don't look too excited about it. What are you thinking right now?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of fast cars out here. You know, the quick guys are running down in 11s and stuff, and we've been struggling all weekend. That was the first decent pass. Now we got some data. We can come back and hopefully pick it up.
How do you get it down to the 11s next round?
Well, probably clutch for sure. You know, probably we're light on the clutch there. So, but no, we'll be ready for them.
Well, congratulations, Johnny K, making it to that next round. We're going to go down to staging and talk to Kristen Beat.
In the Top Fuel Harley class, the air density will affect the horsepower that we see out on track. I just checked in with Chris Smith, and he said ideal temperatures, but again, the moisture in the air will affect their ability to get down this track, but we will see some top times from these Top Fuel Harleys coming up next.
Thanks a lot. Very nice job. Yeah, Top Fuel Harley running nitro, of course, but no superchargers on those things. So they do not get any additional air shoved in it, just a little additional oxygen, if you will, from the fuel.
Yeah, nitromethane, make a little oxygen in itself and help out a little bit, but no supercharger. Just 2 cylinders, fuel injected on nitro.
And we'll take a look at the ladder for the category. Number 1 qualifier, the 11-time champ, Jay Turner. Had a chance to chat with him a little bit last night. Said, man, I'd love to go quarter mile. Separates the men from the boys, is what he said. I'm like, if you climb on that thing, I'm just going to go ahead and guess you're really, really good at what you do.
He's the opposite of me. If I was getting on one, I'd go, let's go 60 feet.
Yeah, I just started up. I'm good. Ryan Peary out of that same Jay Turner camp. Chris Smith alongside.
Number 3 and 4 qualifier, 551, 554. So a nice tight pair here to start off Top Fuel Harley.
Ryan Peary putting one together. Goes 557 with a 9, 194 miles per hour. A pair of 049 lights.
Yeah, they were both on the tree.
Let's watch it again.
Man, look at that thing. What an animal. Picks front end up. Flames coming out of it. Shoots out. Nice lap.
Yeah, nice to see him make it down to the other end. Just hanging that front tire. Buddy Johnson and Jordan Peterson will be our next pair. Jordan Peterson qualifying number 2 on the number 2 bike. Put a 545 on the board. 191. Buddy Johnson, unfortunately, not getting to the other end in either attempt during qualifying under power. Buddy Johnson in the near lane. Don Johnson, chassis builder, PRP engine builder, 175 cubic inches. Crew chief, Brian Peary, who we just saw go down through there. Cackle of that nitro, it is incredible. Riding that thing, had to bring it back over into the center lane, dumps the laundry at the other end to get it slowed down. Goes 203. How about a 539? Beautiful job there. Low ET of the event.
Yeah, absolutely. Great run. Neither of them is going to win a award for the reaction times, but man, that thing left, picks the front. Look at that fight, that thing. I love how he rides, hanging that leg out there. Got a little bow, it's got a rudder guiding him down through there. 539, low ET of the meet.
Next pair fired up. We hear him cackling. And looks like they're going to shut them back down. We're guessing probably some moisture.
Yeah, I saw them out there skidding their feet on the track, so I'm guessing that's what it was.
Peterson. Ryan Perry, now we were just discussing who you wanted to go against in the next round, and you said not Johnson because it's your teammate. Well, you got your wish come true, but as a teammate, you wanted your teammate to lose?
Oh, I didn't want my teammate to lose. I was hoping he'd give him a show. Peterson and I have been racing for several years back in the funny bike class, so I know he's won up me several times, so I was hoping I'd see him in the second round just to put one on him.
All right, so you're ready to put one on him. You got some unfinished business. We're going to see that later. But right now, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back with more racing. So tell everyone, don't go anywhere.
Stick around. It's going to get better.
You heard it.
Dragway. We are here in mid-Michigan, the heart of Michigan, and I'm standing by with Gerda June, crew chief for Lex June. This is technically the first time we're going to see what will hopefully be a quality run from Lex. Yesterday, first qualifying session, no data, a data issue, mechanical there. And then second qualifying session, not what you guys were hoping for. So what is the target moving forward, and what are you guys anticipating?
So yesterday was an A to B run on the first one, and we were really happy with it. And then I found out that my race pack had not recorded anything at all. It was just black screen. And I'm like, holy moly, now what do I do? So we just went old school and made an adjustment for the second one. Well, that didn't go completely as we wanted. Today we wanted to warm it up. We found an ignition problem that probably hurt us last night in the second qualifier. And we, luckily, as bad as I hate to say it, the rain helped us. It bought us time. We could fix it. Car is running now. I got it on lean and mean, and we'll see what we'll do.
Things got a little chirpy between Lex and Scott Palmer last night. I asked Lex about it. He said it is squash. Water under the bridge at this point, but going into this session, that puts an emphasis on not only the setup going into this session, because it's your first round to really be able to put the car out on track, but also your first opportunity to advance. I mean, what is the pressure like? How are you guys responding?
Well, first of all, pressure is something I put in the tires. We just got to take it. We got to do our own thing. We'll see what happens. I hope the car sticks. I hope we win this round and make two more, either tonight or tomorrow. What happened yesterday, it happens to all of us. That's part of racing. They apologized. We appreciate it. And we'll go on, and there's no water under the bridge anymore. It's all done, over, and next day, and we'll go on.
Speaking of water, there is some moisture in the air, and as I was talking to some of the top Fuel Harley and Pro Mod drivers, that is affecting the adjustments. What have you guys done to counteract all the moisture in the air?
So I have my little weather station pager with me, and I can actually see every 2 minutes what the water grains are in the air. They're really high right now, and what we mostly do is we either change blower pulleys to compensate for it, or we put more ignition in it. We chose for the second one because in case it does take a little bit longer and the temperatures go down, it's easy for me to adjust and take ignition out of it again. And we'll just got to see what it does.
Roberta, thank you so much, and best of luck moving forward with Lex June in our premier class tonight. And guys, we mentioned all that moisture in the air. I am wearing my IHRA hat. You guys can get this on the website or at the merch tent here on site. But there's some moisture in the air. Us girls trying to survive it.
And the hat looks great, I might add. Unfortunately, a bit of a small weather delay here. They are dragging the track here with the rotators. Hopefully enough heat in that to dry up here real quickly. Doesn't look like anything on the radar.
Yeah, the radar looks pretty clear. It's just sprinkles. That's the good sign, is it's just sprinkles and not a heavy downpour. And hopefully a couple laps with the tractors, and we'll be ready to go.
We're going to bring up the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series schedule. As you can see, we are here this weekend at Milan for July 23rd through the 26th. Then we'll have a bit of a break here with the with the Outlaw Nitro Series. Next race won't happen till the beginning of September, so we'll take the month of August off. We'll go back to Hebron, Ohio, just outside of Columbus. And at the end of the month, we'll go to West Salem, Ohio. And we will wrap things up in Dunn, North Carolina at the beginning of November. With that said, we also want to tell you or remind you about the big Pro Mod race that will happen right here in a couple of weeks, August 8th and 9th for 125K. So there's a look at it there, the IHRA Outlaw Pro Mod Nationals. Big money on the line. There will be lots of Pro Mod action here. If you like door cars, it's the place to be. It is a race to be. Mountain Motor Pro Stocks, always exciting, as we just documented, and of course, Top Sportsman. If you've not seen the Top Sportsman cars, I mean, borderline Pro Mod cars. I mean,
basically.
They're rocket ships.
Yeah, Pro Mod cars that dial in and bracket race a Pro Mod car, basically, yeah.
And we've seen some of the Pro Mod cars dial in and get some laps in, some test time in Top Sportsman.
Yeah, we've witnessed the last couple times to see some Pro Mod guys come out and do some testing and run it as a Pro Mod car.
Stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the other side. They'll continue to groom this track, and hopefully we can fire them up when we come back. There's a beautiful shot of a Top Fuel Harley. We love it. They are fired up and ready to go. Welcome back to the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. Last pair in Top Fuel Harley. It's going to feature John Toth and Jay Turner. Both of them out of the same camp here. In fact, Jay Turner, crew chief on JT's bike. Weekend frame. Rex Harris, Frank Smith, and Little Man Toth also helping out. Turner, your number one qualifier, trying to get it down through to the stripe. We'll see if he can make it happen. 547, 198 miles per hour. That is enough to grab the win. An 051 light. 052 for JT right alongside. Just did not have the steam to hang with Turner.
Yeah, both the bikes almost dead even on the starting line, but Jay Turner just a little more steam in the middle of the race course, and 547. Just a little slower than his qualifying time, so you know, not often that you see Jay Turner having to come from behind now, but at 539, he's going to have to play some catch-up.
Scott Palmer unknowingly running low nitrous all weekend. Tell me the story behind that.
Well, our nitro percentage checker obviously is off. We haven't known that all weekend, but Josh Hamming just came by from IHRA in the tech department and checked our nitro, and it's 88.2. And we've checked it, you know, the other guys have been right on, so we know our checker has been low, so we've been 88.2. 88.2, we run 7. Difference in power, and in this air, it really affects it, so we're not going to change it because we put a brand new Darren Mayer blower on this thing to try to pick it up. It's a little bit weak early, but I think we might have found out why it was weak early, so we don't want to go too far. We're going to run that lower percentage on this run and see if our blower makes a difference. And then we got to be careful because we could easily beat ourselves because now we've been down on power, and if we hop it up too much, we could easily shoot ourselves in the foot.
Thank you so much, Scott. Guys?
Yeah, if you want to see what that new supercharger looks like, on my Facebook page, Ken Stout Racing, I was able to get a video of that last night. I walked through his pit, and they were working on the supercharger that was on the car, and he was contemplating putting the new one on because he had the buy run, and he wanted to see exactly where that thing was with the different blower on, and they do make a big difference, right?
Absolutely. A fresh supercharger with putting a little more air in that engine will – you can easily get in trouble, like he said. You know, putting a fresh one on, all of a sudden it zips the power up a little more to step the throttle and blows the tires off. Something because the engine RPMs and the clutch, it's a centrifugal clutch, so you have more engine RPM because you have a little better blower. All of a sudden you have more clutch and it blows the tires off.
Yeah, they were checking the strips. Yep. Inside of the rotor, of course, two different ones. One that seals off against the case, one that seals off against the rotor. So he was checking that stuff and trying to decide if they wanted to put the new one on. I will tell you, inside of the box, it looks like a piece of jewelry. It is beautiful.
They're very beautiful and very expensive.
Yes, very expensive. And Kristen Banks is upstairs with another one of our racers.
Jay Turner, you just ran a 547. You have a bye next round. Is that ideal for you? Are you trying to gain any data? Are you excited about a bye round?
Everybody likes the bye run, but we're going to run it hard and try to learn something and be ready for the final. Try to keep lane choice and improve on 47.
What's the definition of hard for Jay Turner?
Hard? Losing.
Y'all just heard it right here, Jay Turner. And let's check out this bike while we're up here. Usually you guys don't push it up here.
Right. They're not built for pushing. It's heavy.
Jay Turner, guys.
Thank you.
Incredible piece of machinery. Our producer's having some fun with us. A lot of voices inside of our heads, and that's before the producers talk to us. They just add to it. And, of course, there's a couple of them in there that are jokesters that like to play with us as well. So it's a good time, though. We're having a great time out here. And we can just keep Mother Nature away so we can go racing. This thing goes pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're doing a little track prep, putting some spray down. The Nitro cars apparently coming next, and going to need all the track prep they can get.
A little bit earlier during our opening ceremonies, we had a very special group of skydivers with us, and Kristen Beat had a chance to speak to them.
Matt, Nicole, and Dimitri here with me now. Matt, Blue Skies for Good Guys, a part of race weekend. Tell me more about that.
So it's an event that we have every year that we honor veterans and Gold Star family members that have lost their loved ones in war, and also our first responders that have been killed in the line of duty. And so it's a 4-day weekend that we just love up on them. They get to meet other veterans and other Gold Star families. They get to go skydiving. They get to go to the gun range, and then we get to go on a parade with 200+ Jeeps that's provided by Muddy Buddies. And so it's just an amazing weekend that we get to share with them.
And Nicole, Team Fast Tracks, a part of race weekend as well. What can we expect?
Well, we did a couple jumps into the race this weekend, and thank the Lord, the weather worked out for us. We got to jump the big American flag in, as well as an IHRA flag, and just an honor to be able to jump Old Glory into such a patriotic event and be able to inspire everyone as well through our aerial displays. So we had a great time.
And a lot of those displays are in honor of former service members. Speak to how meaningful that is.
So every jump we honor a fallen warrior, and we will take a photo with them before the jump. We will fold them up, put them in our jumpsuits, and then take a photo with them on the ground after so that they're never forgotten. And we often will leave that photo with perhaps a kid or a veteran in the crowd so they can carry on their memories.
Dimitri, what is it like to jump from a plane and skydive into an event like this?
I think you're going to have to try next time with me, and then you can tell us better. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling.
And an amazing impact that Blue Skies for Good Guys and Gals is having, not only in the race community, but in the community as a whole. How can people learn more information? Where can they go?
So you can go to the website, bsg3.org.
BS3G.
BS3G.
Let's get a nice under.
BS3G.org, and they can go there and find more information for it.
Thank you so much for everything you guys have done. Thank you for honoring our service members and being a part of race weekend. And guys, enjoy the rest of your race weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great to have such a group come out here and honor us during our opening ceremonies during the national anthem. And, boy, just a talented group of people. Awesome. Prepping this track here for our fuel cars. Fuel cars coming up next. And what we understand is we will run 4 more classes, Tommy?
We're going to run the top fuel dragsters, the funny cars, the alcohol dragsters, and the alcohol funny cars. Then we're going to call it a day and come back and finish tomorrow.
So we'll finish things up much like we did at Columbus. So that is the format. Whenever we come back, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll turn the fuel cars loose. Once again, we welcome you back here to Darana Dragway, Milan, Michigan, for the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. just to reiterate what we said when we were going to break, we will have 4 more classes, and then we will call it a night. We have another big system about to roll in on top of us, so it will be both fuel classes, funny car, and top fuel, of course, and then the alcohol category as well. Top alcohol dragster, top alcohol funny car. And that'll wrap things up here for today. We'll come back. We'll rejoin at 9:30 in the morning. You'll be able to catch us right off the bat on Speed Sport 2. We'll finish things up. Hopefully no weather.
Yeah, been brutal on us today. You know, we got lucky yesterday, and I think we're paying the price for it today. But maybe the good day, bad day, good day tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan helping us out in the booth here. We were talking about Speedway Indiana a little bit earlier. Ryan has been there once, I think, so loves Speedway. And a bit earlier, the 5th member of our team, as we talked about, she brought us a great interview. Kayla Zadell also spent some time with another one of our racers. Let's check in with her.
In the pits here with Beyond the Track with Kayla Zadell, and I am sitting here with Dell Worsham, who is the #1 qualifier right now in Nitro Funny Car. And Dell, I was just saying, you made it look like just riding a bicycle out there.
Yeah, I guess it kind of looks like that, but I did this for a lot of years, and I haven't really, I've dabbled a little bit the last 8 years, but I really haven't competed much. A couple of races here and there, and I was a little nervous getting back into it at Columbus. You know, I thought, man, it might take a couple runs to kind of get my feet beneath me, but it feels like it's coming back. I felt pretty comfortable yesterday in the car.
So tell everybody what you have been doing the last couple of years.
Oh my goodness, probably since about September 2018, I've mostly just been like tuning and crew chiefing and working with other teams like the Coletta teams or my own team, racing with Alexis DeJoria, you know, for 5 years. That was fun, and then raced with Sean Langdon for a few years, and then this whole thing just kind of. I was just going to kind of step back this year and catch my breath and spend some time with my family, which I did, and then this whole thing came along, and after I saw what Daryl and the IHRA, what they were putting together here, I thought, man, I could maybe go for this and support it and see what I can do to help this go.
And you are a former IHRA Funny Car champion, correct?
Sure, yep, 1992 Funny Car champion. And actually the last IHRA race I won the 1995 World Nationals in Norwalk in top fuel and beat Doug Herbert in the final. And that was pretty exciting. So I definitely have some experience in IHRA.
Yeah, and you have a lot of experience, Del. I think you're being a little humble here.
Yeah, I've been doing this most of my life, so pretty lucky.
And a big part of your support system, I want to say, is your wife, Connie, because it is DC Motorsports. Tell us about her.
Yeah, Connie, she's, we've been married most of my life, probably like 26 years. She's a huge supporter of this, and I wasn't sure how this whole IHRA thing was going to kind of go with her, and coming out late at night, and she adapted well. She liked it. She came to Columbus. She said, hey, I enjoyed myself. I'm going to come to Milan with you. So it's fun. It's nice to have her out here and have her involved and support it still, after being with me for 26 years. And she'll still come, to Milan, Michigan or Columbus, Ohio and support me. It's pretty nice of her. And my daughters are at home. They're both in school and working, and they want to be here, and they follow me nonstop. So the first race they get to, they will. My mother, my sister, and my dad, all my sisters and my dad, they're following us also, and they want to know what time I'm running. And my sisters right away texted me, and they said, hey, we're coming to a race. Give us your schedule. So I would suspect the next couple races, you'll see my entire family out here.
And drag racing really is just one big family, so it's great to have that support system. And good luck today, and thanks for sitting down with me.
Okay, thank you guys very much.
Again, this is Beyond the Track with Kayla Zadell.
Nicely done, Kayla. Yeah, it's great to sit down and great to have him come out. I mean, such a veteran. Really a lot of history out here. Of course, you have great family history with him. You and your father, he and his father racing all along the way. So a lot of similarities in the careers.
Yeah, I'm a little upset at Connie. Yeah, I didn't know she was at Columbus. She didn't come see me. No, I've known Dell and his wife for years and years, and his dad. And love to see him out here doing this. It's great to see Dell having fun.
Unfortunately, the rain is already coming down here. They're covering up cameras on track as we speak. The fans are piling out of the stands, as you might imagine. So we're not going to pull the plug just yet because Kristen is with one of our fans.
I'm with David Janis. He's been coming here since the 1960s, and 1964 to be exact. He lives 4 miles down the road, and I was talking to him earlier. He said he's so glad that the IHRA took over this track, and over time, having watched so many drag races here, who are some of your favorites, some of your heroes, icons?
Well, I'll go back to Don Garlitz, Connie Coletta, E.J. Potter, all the old ones.
When it starts raining and it's uncomfortable, you're still out here hanging out. How much do you love drag racing?
Well, I've always liked it. I've always liked drag racing, and done a little of it myself, and it's just it's a cool thing.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And guys, these are the real heroes of the story here tonight, braving the weather, braving the rain, all to support the IHRA in its return to Mid-Michigan.
And you ladies out there braving the weather and the rain as well. But, yeah, you know, the fans, we got that big sell that happened earlier. They all went out to their cars. We've seen this happen 100 times. I mean, it's so cool. They go out to their cars. They hang out in their cars for a little bit. As soon as it stops, they all pile back into the grandstand.
I thought we were going to have to run some of them out of the grandstands when it was raining. I'm like, hey, folks, it's raining. It's going to be a while. Go get dry. Yeah.
As soon as it started to let up, they started rifling back in.
I knew the weather was getting better because all of a sudden the stand started getting people in them again.
Yeah, we appreciate the support more than you know. It's great. I think the fans really, especially up here, knowledgeable fans. IHRA has been coming up to this area for a long time.
Yeah, we've heard it over and over again this weekend that they live in the area. They loved coming here for so many years, and now it's back, and they got something to look forward to. We heard it earlier this week that don't be surprised because we're going to have a lot of fans. They're dying to see this racing up here.
Yeah, we're dying to get it into them. We want to go racing. If Mother Nature will work with us, we'll get it done. Stay with us for just a couple of moments. We'll make some decisions here as soon as we hear from the IHRA. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to the booth here for the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. Ken Stout, Tommy Johnson Jr., and the ladies Kristen Beat and Kristen Banks. We are done here for the day. Unfortunately, raining, as we talked about before. You saw the fans leaving the grandstands. We were hoping to get these next 4 classes in and then come back tomorrow, but it's just not going to happen. So tomorrow morning we will resume at 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, it should be good racing right off the bat, right early in the morning. But, yeah, Mother Nature just didn't cooperate. We had some great racing going. Things were starting to flow, and just couldn't quite sneak in the end of the first round of racing. We were so close. We had the fuel cars to go, but we'll come back tomorrow and hit it hard.
I told our producers, whoever it is that controls the weather here, they're just not doing a very good job in Columbus or here. I mean, we got beat up pretty hard, you know.
I mean, the guys of IHRA have been fighting everything. I mean, the weather's not cooperated. They just keep coming back and doing a great job, and they're not going to let it beat them for sure.
So 9:30 in the morning, we'll be back here on Speed Sport 2 and also on YouTube as well. So join us there, and we're hoping for a beautiful day and a bunch of great racing. We'll finish this thing up, the second stop of the 2025 season here with the IHRA. Till then, we'll see you tomorrow.